Hello, this is the Dazzling One, and the second discussion of the week is the retail apocalypse. But before I get into it, I'm asking you guys for some advice. See, I've been using Audacity to edit each narration, and while it's been beneficial in improving the quality of the sound, I still haven't been able to completely get rid of all of the excess noise. I can still sometimes hear my fan in the background, my dog snoring, people walking through the house, cars driving by, or those working on their lawn outside, and the list goes on. So the question then becomes if you know of any alternatives to Audacity that are not too costly, because the version that I have at the moment only allows me to reduce the noise rather than completely remove it, and I've even used it to its highest degree, and it just makes the sound of my voice harsher and more robotic sounding. Maybe if I downloaded an older version that would be remedied, because then I'd have noise removal, but I'm thinking about moving to some completely different software. It also doesn't help that I keep moving around to different places to record and using my laptop instead of my desktop, because for the most part, I've used my desktop to record audio, but since I've had more people in the house because of the summer, I've had to move rooms and locations, and so I take my laptop and mic with me. So just let me know in the comments section, or email me, or private message me any recommendations if you have any. The topic of the retail apocalypse, there is more to it than we're being told, but right now, from what we know, major retail stores such as Sears, JCPenney's, Macy's, Payless, Aeropostale, Abercrombie & Fitch, Hollister, Wet Seal, and many more are closing down because they aren't making as many sales as they used to. Now, one of the culprits is simply the fact that they're building way too many shopping malls than people are going to. The days of brick and mortar shopping malls may be soon over. At least in the area that I live in, there's only two primary shopping malls that people actually go to shop at. There were others, but those went out of business a long time ago. And the other culprit is shopping online. And Amazon usually gets scapegoated for being the cause of a lot of these places losing business. But Amazon isn't the only online store that people are shopping at. Some frequent stores long enough to figure out the size and what they want, and then they go online and they order it. So online shopping is rivaling a lot of these major department stores. Another reason why these stores are struggling is simply because people are spending less money on clothing, whether it's because they can't afford it or because they want to spend it on food, family, or friends, or vacations, which I don't think is a bad thing. I, for one, am not somebody that goes shopping every single weekend. I usually buy enough clothes for the season, and then whenever a new season comes, I buy more clothes, and that's it. Different individuals I know that do a similar thing, or they spend most of their paycheck on fast food or groceries or hanging out with their friends or family or kids. So that's another factor as well. But what I believe they're not telling us is the fact that we're moving towards a cashless society, because when more people shop online, that means that there are only electronic transactions rather than cash. Another thing that they're not telling us is that robots are replacing a lot of these jobs that people will lose, because for instance, Walmart had to close down several of its stores nationwide, and if you go into a Walmart today, you'll notice that you can just go through the self-checkout line instead of ringing up with a cashier. So that's another way in which robots are replacing people's jobs. And while it seems more Terminator-ish to think of AIs taking over every facet of society, and I think that it may be a little further in the future than we think, still I would keep my eye on that possibility as well. Factor that I think that we're not being told is simply that there is another recession on its way. Now, I'm not here to make predictions. I'm not an economist. The economy never quite recovered from the 2008 recession, and it's only a matter of time till it tanks again. However, for the time being, we're being told that things are getting better, the unemployment rate is going down, but it's really only a matter of time. So those are some of the reasons for the retail apocalypse and what you're probably not being told. If you have any more thoughts on the matter, feel free to share them, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Take care, and God bless.